It wasn't showing the recording going, so I was like, "Wait, is it recording? I don't want to start talking." But you know what? We're recording now, and I don't. And there's no editing unless we say something really bad. That's the only time I edit. Welcome to another episode of Hoosier Nerds podcast with your hosts Mikey, Tim, and the two Chris's. Mikey's going on a trip, and Tim can't find his headphone adapter for whatever reason. So he's not going to join us, even though we tell him to. Even with bad audio, we don't care. He's still funny. But whatever. It's Tim. He doesn't want to join because his amazing voice from Boston.
Right.
His wicked great
He's so
voice.
wicked. He's so wicked smart. He can't find his adapter to his headphones.
Oh no. Okay. No. I wanted this just jogged my memory. We're gonna. This isn't even on our pre-show talk.
Okay.
Did you see that Kenobi is gonna be filming in
In
Boston?
Did you see the replies to the
Yeah,
tweet?
yeah.
Oh my god.
I need to look them up because I don't know why they just jogged my memory, but hold on. Do you remember any of them?
No, something about uh no, I don't.
Oh, we suck. You thought we
The,
were. Good thing we're not professionals, right?
oh, it's Boston, England, not Massachusetts.
Oh, but still, the comments were amazing. He's gonna get
Here we go.
wicked strong in the Force.
Yeah, I've got it. Hang on.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
Hold on. It said you can see more of these creative responses here. So we'll click there, and I hope they pull it apart and get all the characters whacked in the third act. Oh, wait, no, that's Rogue One. A long time ago, at a packy far, far away. Thick Boston accented stormtroopers would be great. Talking about speedas and lightsabers. Darth Vader. I mean, episode 4.
Ma, I need to go to fucking Tashi Station and pick up some fucking power converters. Oh God, I love people.
Obi-Wan. Afternoon, everybody. Gang it, cheers. Obi-Wan.
Oh God, this is gonna be a hard one because I can't do a Boston accent.
May the Foss be with ya.
Master Yada.
Hey, Skywalker.
Oh, there's someone posted a picture of the villain. It's Bill Belichick as a Sith Lord.
Only a master of evil doth.
Oh,
I mean, some of these it's just gold. Hey, Han, you like apples? Well, I kissed Leia. How about those apples?
Oh,
Prop the rod in the ranker's jaws. The dark side. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on.
I'm shipping up to Coruscant.
Our Dropkick Murphys in the soundtrack. Womp rats. Womp rats. Hey, yo, Kenobi, say hello to your mother for me.
Oh,
here you go. How do you like them Akbars?
Oh God, I hope whoever listens to this is laughing as much as we are.
These ain't the droids you're looking for, kid.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's Boston, England. Well, they kept saying Boston.
I mean, they gotta, say which Boston. I
I
didn't
know,
even
right?
know there was a Boston,
I
England.
didn't either.
Oh gosh, I hope they're as stereotyped as like Boston in the U.S. But since we didn't have a episode last, or a podcast last week, we did miss the episode with Ahsoka. Ahsoka's awesome.
Yeah,
Good episode. What did you think of the last two episodes, Chris? I thought they were really good. They're probably the best episodes
they were the
of
two best
Mandalorian so
episodes. This
far.
last one was I like this one better than the last one,
Yeah.
but
I
they still
really
end too fast. They're not long enough.
no. They're what? This one was what, like 30 minutes.
Yeah, 32 minutes.
I'm sorry, I'm not watching a Sunday morning cartoon.
Right? But
And I mean, they brought Boba Fett back, so that's awesome. All
yeah,
the fan theories were correct. He survived the Sarlacc pit.
how does he survive the Sarlacc pit? I mean, I suppose he could have used his jetpack.
He used his flamethrower, his totally effective flamethrower.
Now he looks like Boba Fett, not Boba Fett. But I would look exactly the same way that he does
Yeah.
in that costume.
Why wasn't he such a badass fighter in the movies like he was in that episode? I mean, he took down like 20 stormtroopers by himself, and then shot down 2 transports by himself. But yet he got beat up by a blind guy in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I just didn't like what I really. Even back then, I anticipated more out of him, and this has been an ongoing discussion for all Star Wars fans. I think is how lack of badassery he had. I mean, obviously he's picked it up in this one, and Storm. I was thinking about something. So the who's the Darth guy? Who's that guy? What's his name?
Moff Gideon.
Yes. Okay. So he's walking there, and obviously he's got 2 stormtroopers to guard him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys can't hit the freaking broadside of a barn. I mean,
He'd get friendly fired probably if he got attacked.
I was like, I was thinking these guys would be like the worst Secret Service. Like it's like Kennedy assassin. This is like Kennedy, Secret Service guys.
What's
Maybe
funny?
maybe stormtroopers were Kennedy Secret Service guys too. I mean,
What's funny is like they can't hit the broadside of a barn until Mando's just standing out in the open taking the shots on purpose.
I know, right?
And then they're like freaking snipers.
And they're like, retreat. I liked the stormtrooper with the yellow though that had
the mortar
the rocket.
guy.
Yes, that guy was cool.
I know. It's like, where'd this badass come from? He just like plopped down and started lobbing grenades at people. It's like, okay, flex a little harder on us, why don't you? And then, okay, this movie went to the Prometheus. You remember the movie Prometheus?
I fell asleep during that movie.
Okay, remember at the end when the
movie
ship's falling down and the lady, instead of running to the left or the right, just runs forward, trying to outrun the ship falling down?
Yeah.
Okay, why did the stormtroopers not run to the left or the right to get away from that rock?
I don't know. And
Or why did the one stormtrooper try to shoot it?
No, they were shooting at the rock. Why?
I know. I mean, good on them, standing their ground, but I'm pretty sure, a 10-ton rock's going to win.
But then it did. But then they're like, run away. It was like a Monty Python movie. Then they went back to the ship.
And then, the Dark Troopers showed up. I'm glad Dark Troopers are really cool if you, know anything about the old expanded universe. I'm just wondering if they're as cool as they were back in the old expanded universe.
That was pretty cool, but, they only showed them to go get Grogu or whatever his name is.
Grogu?
Yeah.
Okay. So
then he's beating up them stormtroopers.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah.
All right. Can I get to my problem with Mandalorian right now?
Go ahead, please.
I love the show. Me as someone who's read some of the books. The reason I know so much about Star Wars is I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm a nerd. I don't want to read the books, but I'll listen to somebody review everything and talk about everything.
There's Star Wars books on audio on YouTube.
I don't really want to listen to audiobooks. I don't know why I don't like to. I'd rather read the book or listen to someone talk about it on YouTube. But anyways, I am tired of Mandalorian. Like, I like it as someone who knows enough about Star Wars to know everything, know all the characters. But like someone like you, someone like Kimberly, how how are they supposed to know who Ahsoka is? How are they supposed to know who
Because you have
the
rattled
Mandalorian?
on about her for the past year and a half.
Yeah, but if you didn't have me, would you have known who? Would you have
No,
known who Ahsoka
no,
was?
because I don't watch Clone Wars.
You would have been like, "Oh, cool, a Jedi." You wouldn't have known that she's not actually a Jedi because she left the Jedi Order.
Right.
You wouldn't know that she's a gray. She's technically a gray Jedi. But it's the same problem with remember Force Awakens when C-3PO had the random red arm?
Yes.
That was them saying, "Hey, go buy the book. You will learn about what his red arm
Yeah.
from the book."
Why did he have the red arm?
I don't know. I didn't care. Apparently got like ripped off in some accident or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Is it like didn't they do some like hidden thing for the last movie and they put it in Fortnite or something?
Oh yeah. The last one, the only way you could hear the Emperor's like speech he gives before the movie, the one that he like threatens everybody. You have to play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I could look it up on YouTube, but I don't want people like people
I am
not
not
like
playing
me.
Fortnite. Just tell me what it is.
Yeah, just put it in the movie. You could have extended the movie's playtime by like 5 minutes. That's all it would have taken. It was actually less than 5 minutes. They could have done it like put it together with her training montage. I don't know.
Right.
It's the whole Star Wars problem. Them trying to sell toys and games and books at the same time as trying to make a good movie. What did you have to say? Because I remember you were going to talk about theory.
Well, there's theories. I get these pushes on Facebook, and they talk about how the Mandalorian changes the prequel canon. Boba Fett's backstory in the Mandalorian changes prequels canon in one major way. Because the backstory of Boba Fett and Jango Fett is altered slightly to finally reconcile the current canon status of the Fett family within what we now know about Mandalorian culture. Fans had assumed that despite wearing the armor, Jango and Boba Fett were not Mandalorians, but now it turns out that it's not true. So there's that, and then he talks about his Jango being in the Mandalorian Civil War. In the Clone Wars and the Star Wars prequels, and how this impacts the future of Din Djarin and Grogu and the rest of Mandalorian spoilers ahead. It talks about Boba Fett talked about how Jango Fett fought in the Mandalorian Civil War. Even if you've watched all the Clone Wars, which you have, right?
Yes.
It says this might be slightly confusing since there's at least one low-key Mandalorian Civil War depicted on screen after Jango Fett died. So,
Allegedly died.
it's yeah. Let's see. The schism continues at the end of the Clone Wars, which recently concluded with the Siege of Mandalore in Clone Wars Season 7. However, that's just not the same Mandalorian Civil War that Boba Fett is talking about. In Old Legends canon, the Mandalorian Civil War was called the Great Clan Wars. This happens in 42 BBY before the events of the Phantom Menace. So Jango would have to have been pretty young, in his 20s or teens, during this war, which that's possible.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if he was. I'm going to go with the whole thing that he wasn't a Mandalorian, but that he was still a great warrior and like a bounty hunter, and that he probably did some great feat to get his armor. I'm going to go with that. I still don't think Jango was a Mandalorian. Now, he could have been trained by the Mandalorians, like, what's his face? Mando from the Mandalorian. I don't think he's a real Mandalorian. He's a foundling. He was like rescued by the Mandalorians and brought up in their ways. If I remember, if I've paid attention the right way in these shows. Is that what you picked up on?
Yeah, I mean, and he keeps on because now they talk about when if he was Mandalorian or not, and when did Jango Fett stop living on Concordia? Because the Civil War ended in 42 BBY, we can kind of decide that Jango stopped living on Concordia around that time. We know he hooks up with Dooku and becomes the template for the clone army sometime around the events of the Phantom Menace, which is 32 BBY. This gives Jango a full decade to leave the Mandalorians on Concordia and start doing his own thing. Right now, in canon, this is all sketchy because his status as a real Mandalorian basically just happened. So that confused. So I mean, I don't care. Is he as far as I can tell, he's a Mandalorian. So
yeah, it's whatever.
That's just reading a lot into it. That nobody, they're searching for stuff now because.
Man, Star Wars is running into the same problem Star Trek has right now. I know people probably don't want me to bring up Star Trek, but screw it.
No, go ahead.
Star Trek is running into a problem right now that it's gone on for so long, and there's so many things. Because me who watches, I watch Deep Space Nine and Voyager at least 2 times a year. Like I'll watch all 7 seasons. Now, are the writers in the writers' room doing that for like these new shows? No. So they're having issues with continuity. They'll bring up something in an old show and they'll completely, change their mind on it in the new shows.
Well, yeah.
And we kind of let them down. Like we kind of accept it as like, hey, it's this show's been going on since what, the 60s is when the original series came out. So it's like, yeah, they're gonna get some things wrong. It's whatever. No one really. It's not a big deal. But it's like, do you see where I'm coming from? There's so much now in this. There's so much now in Star Wars that it's hard for the writers to keep everything in line.
And I saw this article, by the way. It's on Inverse, and it was written by a guy named Ryan Britt. So there's credit to him on. And I mean, he makes a few valid points there for sure. But I'm not going to read that much into it. I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I like Star Wars for Star Wars.
Right.
It's not like Star Trek. I'm a bigger Star Trek fan, as probably most people know or can realize. Star Trek, when they have issues with continuity, I call it out. But that's just me being a Trek nerd, and I probably know more about Trek than some of the writers.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now, could I write a show? No. But they should have nerds like me in like these writers' rooms that know a ton about Trek or Star Wars to keep everything in a line the best we can.
Now, while we were on the Star Wars kick, I found this article on Screen Rant. Screen Rant's got some good stuff, actually.
I have a love-hate relationship with Screen Rant. They say a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah, but this one makes sense. This is written by a guy named Joe Gillis. He says Rogue One and Mandalorian revealed Disney's biggest sequel trilogy mistakes, and he's like dead on. Because you had two different directors in the sequels, right? J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson. On the whole, critics agree that Abrams played it too safe when making The Force Awakens, copying many elements from the original trilogy, which is true.
Yeah.
But then they said when Johnson took over that his idea for The Last Jedi was too radical, forcefully thrusting the franchise into a bold new direction and polarized many fans as a result.
It did.
Faced with
I remember this phase.
Faced with a divided fan base, closing out the trilogy was always going to be tough. So naturally, Disney rehired Abrams for Damage Control, and that's essentially what it was. We didn't get a third episode; we got Damage Control from the second one. So it says the resulting movie, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, is in contention for the worst film in the entire franchise, including the much-maligned prequel trilogy, and failed to please ever the cinematic equivalent of fence sitting. But then you got, now that they bring up that Rogue One and Mandalorian, how did they sidestep the controversy of everything? Which means, how did they pull off being so good and not upsetting fans? Presenting stories within the Star Wars universe that the majority of fans could get behind. The Mandalorian is often cited as the best thing to come out of Disney era, which is true.
Hmm.
How did Rogue One and Mandalorian succeed where the prequel trilogies failed? So we'll just try and we'll do it. Force Awakens, we got our new heroes, right? We got Finn and what's his name and Poe
Yeah.
and Ray, right? And then you got Kylo Ren, right?
Yeah.
But they utilized legacy characters Luke, Leia, and Han as a safety blanket to encourage older fans to return to the franchise, which may be true. But did you really need them in the franchise? I mean,
It would have been
you could have talked about them. You know what I mean?
kind of like Obi-Wan and Yoda in the original ones. They played big parts in the prequels, but um they had kind of supporting roles in the new ones. Like they had big roles, but they weren't, it wasn't like Han in Force Awakens pulling the majority of screen time.
Right. And that's what they said. These characters already had satisfying arcs in the original trilogy, and fans were satisfied with where they ended up. So any new stories would risk erasing their original character arc for one that was less satisfying, which is what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of providing the safety blanket, Disney desired the inclusion of major legacy characters, primed the sequel trilogy for backlash, reducing the impact and screen time of new and more interesting characters in the process, which Finn was the most impacted, obviously. I mean, think about it, and he lists it. His character arc remains. He's a soldier, first order soldier who becomes a hero of the rebellion, but is told in broad strokes sideline in favor of more recognizable original trilogy characters, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
The last ditch effort to relate Rey and Palpatine is also symptomatic of Disney's waning confidence in their new hero, scrambling to connect her to the original trilogy and thus to be deemed worthy as the sequel's trilogy's central protagonist. Which that's, like I said, these are all valid points.
Yeah.
Um,
Finn, going back to Finn, Finn could have been such a great character. Like I was looking forward to Finn as like a character in Star Wars, but they just let him down after that first episode.
despite its flaws, Star Wars: The Last Jedi and Johnson actually had the right idea with the theme of killing the past. Had this
Yeah.
been the central theme of the sequel trilogy, they might have pulled it off. But as it stands, The Last Jedi is a subversive middle chapter sandwiched between two slavish homage machines, which is true.
If Last Jedi would have been first, it would probably people probably liked it a lot more.
Well, and this is, I mean, and this is, I've thought about this since day one. Luke takes the fall in The Last Jedi, but does so heroically, winning the film's climactic battle instead of the new heroes, and thus undermine Johnson's forward-looking theme. Luke's death, go figure, also proved controversial. Its device, as of Rise of Skywalker, its divisive elements are bigger and wackier than before, namely resurrecting Palpatine and connecting him to Rey, with no hints made towards his presence in either The Force Awakens or Last Jedi. To be fair, Johnson's film already killed off the established villain Snoke quite unceremoniously,
Now
and it was
Snoke's
becoming
death was horrible.
yeah, and it was becoming incredibly obvious that Kylo Ren would redeem himself in the end, requiring a bigger villain for the heroes to conquer. Which true. Still, Palpatine felt very tacked on. His relationship with Rey playing out like bad fan fiction, and culminated in the Rey Skywalker name reveal that launched a million memes. Which that's true.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to understand why Disney dropped the ball in terms of Force Awakens was successful in the prequel Rogue One, and then The Last Jedi threw a spanner in the works. As such, Solo was an effort to appease longtime viewers. Its plot concerning legacy character Han Solo in a prequel that didn't challenge any established canon, which it did. It was just, but it was, he says, and I agree. Solo is frightfully dull and suffers in the same areas that most prequels do. It didn't contain any big controversial moments like The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker, but rather mired itself in fan service, and bland fan service is that. I mean, and he's right. Do we really need to know where he got his name from? Or do we have to see a young Han, Chewie, and Lamb do a bowling heist?
I still think Solo was a good movie.
Solo, it was too safe.
I liked it. I really liked Solo.
I tried watching it again, and
I watched it again. I liked it. It doesn't deserve the hate it got. It wasn't. It deserves a sequel. I will say
it
that
does not.
it deserves its sequel.
It'll never get one. Yeah, they
It'll
have
never
a
get
sequel.
one,
It's
but
called
it deserved
A
one.
New Hope.
No, shut up. It deserved a sequel because they gave us Darth Maul. We could have had Darth Maul in another movie. I'm
It
still
talks
mad
about how it talks about how why Rogue One and Mandalorian succeeded.
because they didn't have the Force. Basically, Mandalorian has the Force in it a little bit, and
Well,
so does
neither has taken a particularly bold or new approach to the franchise, utilizing or repurposing elements and imagery from the original trilogy to tell new stories. Largely free from controversial elements, yet they avoid falling into the bland reach seen in other films.
yeah,
Yeah, which I mean,
100%.
so you got a space western, and then you've got Rogue One.
You got a space spy saga. Not really, maybe not spy saga. It's a space James Bond. Let's put it that way.
Well, Solo didn't have the option to put Han in any real danger, given the audience's knowledge that he survived the film, so loses a lot of tension as a result, which is true. Yeah. Rogue One used legacy characters rather sparingly, with Tarkin and Leia and Vader only making minor yet impactful appearances. Vader's rampage scene during the movie's climax is regularly cited as the best moments in all the Star Wars, which is true.
The problem with Solo was the only characters like you could care about that they could kill off. They killed off in like their first job. The one girl and then the alien pilot. They killed off in like the first on that train.
I didn't like the way that what's his name portrayed. I didn't like his take on Han. No, Lando.
Oh, Childish Gambino.
Yeah, I thought it was awful.
What's his
he
name?
tried to make it his own character, Donald Glover.
I thought it was a great
Instead
Lando.
of following the footprints that he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he was trying to. He was going a different.
Great Lando.
He was going a different direction.
He played Lando. I don't know what else he could have done for you.
It's just all around a bad. The whole movie.
Yeah, sure.
Pathetically bad.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
Now we're gonna have to look up Donald Glover. Does not do justice.
Donald Glover is a great actor.
I'm not disputing he's a great actor. I just don't like the way he played Lando Calrissian. Yeah, this is it. Star Wars writer confirms Donald Glover's character is pansexual. What? That's not. Donald Glover is a ladies' man. That's all he cares. He is just. You don't have to make it politically correct. And I'm probably going to anger people, but
let's stop. Let's stop there.
He is a.
You just gonna stop?
He's a smooth talker. I think he was hitting on Leia, for crying out loud.
All right. Anything else? Let's leave Star Wars there.
But anyway, so Solo was a bomb. We all know that, and it seems like what they're saying. Basically, what they're saying, they use with the Mandalorian and Rogue One, they developed new characters and they allowed those characters to shine, only using other backstory characters like Darth Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, Princess Leia. Instead of using them and stealing time, they interwoven them into the film at impactful moments. And Mandalorian does the same thing. It's all based on the Mandalorian and the new characters, which you got Carl Weathers and you got Gina Carano and they're building those characters, and then they talk about, they bring up, Boba Fett, and is he a Mandalorian or not, and whether he gets his armor back, and it's a better idea than just retreading old known characters to try and carry your film because you don't have a good enough idea to push your own characters, I suppose.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that one, but still.
Because couldn't they have just killed off Han Solo without us seeing Han Solo being killed?
We had to see what's his face kill him, Kylo.
Well, Harrison Ford wanted to be killed off in Empire, or actually, yeah, in Empire.
Yeah, that's right. He mailed in his performance in Return.
Right. So
I
why
will
didn't they
go
just
to my
kill him there?
grave saying that Return, he didn't even care. He didn't want to be there.
No, he didn't.
He was there for the paycheck.
Well, Return is like, to me, it ranks up there, and maybe that's why I was so pissed off with Episode 1 when you got that goofy Roger Rabbit wannabe freaking cartoon guy bouncing around, destroying the robots in the war.
Darth Jar Jar.
Yes, whatever. He's not a Darth, but it's the same way. So the rebels could not bring down the Empire, except for the help of those little teddy bears running around in the forest all of a sudden. I mean, come on, really? So that's where Jedi lacks. I mean, Jedi's got some great stuff. That whole battle between Luke and Vader is awesome. But, really? Oh, well. So the whole element of bringing down the Empire, that the key thing they were missing was those little teddy bears. I mean, really? Come on.
ED.
It just don't work. So.
All right. In other news, great segue there, Chris. Nice. Thanks. Warner Brothers and HBO announced that all their movies will be going to HBO Max at the same time they release in theaters. Now, I pose the question again: are movie theaters dead? With that news, AMC's stock nosedived 17%, Cinemark's fell 21%, and IMAX fell 7%.
But then you got Regal Cinemas. They ain't even open right now.
Yeah, I don't know what Regal's stocks are. These are right. This is just the ones that got posted. I don't think movie theaters are going to die.
No,
but we're going to see a lot of changes to movie theaters and maybe a lot less movie theaters.
Well, so you mentioned AMC and you mentioned Cinemark, and so AMC, they must have a tie-in with Disney somehow anyway, because Downtown Disney or Disney Springs, whatever you want to call it, in Orlando, there's a big multiplex AMC theater there.
Yeah, I saw the photos from Derek.
And then, so Universal has City Walk in Orlando.
They have Shitty Walk from South Park?
No, they have Shitty Walk.
Sorry.
I go build my shitty wall. They have a Cinemark theater there. So I'm wondering if that helps with having those theaters, combined with those theme parks.
Movie theaters are too much of like an American thing for them to die, in my opinion.
But so we discussed this. I would rather go see Wonder Woman. I've got HBO Max. You have the sign in.
I do too, thanks to you.
But would you rather watch Wonder Woman on TV or go to the movie and see
I'd rather go to the movie.
I would rather.
Nothing beats a movie theater screen.
No. Well, and then I did that I went to see Die Hard tonight. I've seen Die Hard 80,000 times, and I saw it in the movie theater 32 years ago.
Okay, boomer. Did you walk uphill in the snow both ways?
My dad had to buy my ticket because I was 16, so he took us to the movie. That's a true story. We were on vacation in Myrtle Beach. Me and my dad and my brother went to go see Die Hard, summer of summer 1988. So
Greatest Christmas movie ever.
yes, but we'll talk about Christmas movies next week.
When
But
everybody's
yes,
here.
it is
Knock
the
on wood.
greatest Christmas movie ever, and I do find it funny that they released it to the end of the theaters at Christmas time.
I
But
wanted to go with you, but I had to go to work. But you know what? I made $18 an hour, so
I mean, you can't complain. I can't complain about that. I mean,
no.
it is what it is. But there are movies you want to see at the movie theater, and you know, Wonder Woman is one of those movies I want to see at the movie theater.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
something.
Comedies and rom-coms. There's any action movie, science fiction, whatever. I'd probably want to see in the movie theaters, a horror movie. But comedies, yeah, I could see that at home.
You don't, but I mean, there's something about being, I
With a group
mean,
of people
with a
laughing.
group of people. We went to see, I can
Oh,
remember me and my now ex-wife, but let's still BFFs. So it's my ex-wife in Florida, Gina, and we went to see American Pie too at the theater, and the place was packed. And when he's up on the stage and he's whatever, what was his name? When he's just he had gigantic balls. You know what I'm talking
oh
about?
yeah, I
And he's
remember. I can't think of what it was, but
like, my name is Timmy, and I could not stop laughing, and the more I thought about it, the funnier it got, and I was laughing harder, which got the people behind me laughing, and we just kept laughing during the whole movie. At every little thing, it's something, you get that thing where you can't stop laughing.
yeah.
And
Well,
those are the kind of movies, which is, sadly, we can't make those kind of movies anymore because
what
everybody gets
was the
offended by
movie with the kids?
it. Good Boys.
Yeah, Good Boys. Oh my God, when we went to see that
We
movie,
went
I
to see
couldn't
that.
stop laughing.
See, and and it's not every comedy, but it's comedies like those that you get to laughing and you cannot stop laughing. And I don't know, maybe it's because the shock factor's already gone. Something about Mary was like that. The American Pie movies were like that, especially American Wedding, when he put those dog turds in his mouth because he thought it was chocolate. I mean, I, I mean, it's stuff like that. You can't. Those are the essence. That's the beauty of seeing certain comedies at a movie theater. Um, it's those laugh out. Dumb and Dumber was that way. You know, the original Dumb and Dumber. So there are certain. I will give it to you that not all comedies are great on the big screen. You can take them or leave them.
Hmm.
But but think about how many times have you seen Christmas Vacation before you saw it on the big screen, and it's funnier on the big
It was a
screen.
bit funnier last year when we went to see it in theaters
Yes.
than it was
So
every time I've watched it at home with my parents.
so I don't know what it is about. It's because you have other people together and they're laughing, I think.
Yeah. You don't know who the person behind you or in front of you is, but we're all having a good time,
Yes,
and it's fun. I don't care.
but I want to see. There are certain movies. I mean, there are certain. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's movies that I'll go, I'll wait till I can see it on TV, and I could probably list those now. Which I'm gonna go to
Well,
AMC and see what was playing.
so
Like
the
the
first one they're doing, sorry, kind of off topic, but I don't want to forget what I was going to say. The first one they're doing is Wonder Woman, right? First to
yes,
HBO
yeah,
and okay,
yes,
and that comes out Christmas Day.
that comes out Christmas Day.
I'd be
So
down to go see that with you Christmas Day.
well, we'll
Well,
just.
hold on, might
Oh,
not be able to do Christmas Day with you. Depends on how the relationship is going.
okay. Yeah. See, there's stuff out now that I'll wait. The War with Grandpa.
Yeah,
I'll wait till that comes on
it
TV.
looks funny, but I'll wait till it's on TV.
Let Him Go. That's that movie with Kevin Costner and Diane Lane.
Oh yeah, Superman's parents.
Yeah.
That was that's so weird. They must have like great chemistry that they brought them back together for that
I
movie.
mean, that's possible. So, I mean, there's The Last Vermeer, which that looks good too, actually. I'm surprised you didn't go see this.
I don't even know what it is.
It's called the last. What is it called? The last Vermeer. The last Vermeer. It says while Joseph Pillar, a Dutch Jew, was fighting in the resistance during the Second World War, the witty debonair aesthete Han van Meegeren was hosting hedonistic stories and selling Dutch art treasures to Hermann Goring and other top Nazis. Following the war, Pillar becomes an investigator assigned to the task of identifying and redistributing stolen art, resulting in the flamboyant Van Meegeren being accused of collaboration, a crime punishable by death. But despite mounting evidence, Pillar, with the aid of his assistant, becomes increasingly convinced of Han's innocence and finds himself in the unlikely position of fighting to save his life. Is that a true story? I don't know. But it sounds good. So basically, this guy's selling off art to the Nazis, and he might not have done it. So sounds interesting, but like I said, I'll wait till. I mean, I don't know what else there is. Oh, Half Brothers, ain't that a? Yeah, Half Brothers is out, didn't we? We saw that's a comedy, isn't it? Half Brothers. No, it's a drama. It looked like a comedy. I'll have to see if I can find it and watch it and tell you what it's about.
Oh my! Did this movie come out? Sorry, kind of. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
What?
Train to Busan Peninsula. Sorry, off topic, but I was looking something up, and I saw like an ad for it that it's released. It's out. I never knew it was out. Train Busan to Busan is one of the best zombie movies. It's Korean, but it's great.
It's a what movie?
It's a zombie movie.
Oh.
It's like they're on a train and a zombie outbreak starts, so they're just trying to survive, and they're going to Busan. So Train to Busan, and there's a sequel now. It's one of the best zombie movies. Anyways, continue. Sorry, off topic.
No, I mean, no, that's fine. That's about all. I don't know what else is coming out that's coming soon.
No, I don't know either.
You got Wonder Woman, Fiddler on the Roof. Hey, I mean, there's a lot. No Time to Die. So No Time to Die is going to be released. Well, that's not a Warner movie, is it?
No.
But Godzilla vs. King Kong is.
The new Ip Man movie, Kung Fu Master. No, man, hold on, it's 2019. What's that? But whatever. December 18th. Breach. It's got Bruce Willis in it. On the cusp of fatherhood, a junior mechanic aboard an interstellar arc to New Earth must outwit a malevolent cosmic terror. Huh, sounds interesting.
Oh my god! If this comes to the movies, I might be spending a whole day at the movies. Opening December 8th is the Godfather trilogy.
Well, you can have fun.
Oh, come on. You don't want to go sit like 12 hours in a theater?
No, I am okay with that. I got better places to do.
You go see your zombie train movie, and I'll go see The Godfather.
I will go see my zombie train movie. It might be a train wreck, but it'll be good. Did you?
Yeah, I caught that. What's it? I can't even find it as part of the coming soon.
Train to Busan. It came out in August. I didn't know it even came out in August.
Oh, I can watch it right now. Then I can tell you if it sucks or
not. It's on Amazon. I can watch it right now too. Also, Freaky's on Netflix now too.
Already?
Yeah. I saw that I could watch it on. Was it Netflix or was it Amazon? I could watch it. Or was it CBS? I can't remember. It was one of my streaming platforms. I could watch it already.
Really?
Yeah, and I think
now did they put Mulan on Disney so you can watch it?
It came out yesterday.
Okay, I thought that I saw that it was part of.
It came out Friday, but Kimberly and I were gonna watch it, but she's got a test tomorrow, so we couldn't watch it tonight. But anyways.
Yeah, I noticed that. Not that I watch it. I don't even think I've ever seen the cartoon.
I'm not a Mulan fan. One of my best friends is a Mulan fan. Whatever, cool. But I'm not a big Mulan fan.
Right.
I'm not even interested in watching this live action one because every. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I finally watched Aladdin, the live action one with Will Smith.
Yeah.
After that first 20 minutes, that movie's pretty good, and the
Really?
music slaps. That music is great.
I did see that added to. Oh, there. We need to watch this too. If we're going to talk about. We need to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special on the Lego one on Disney because
We
I've
need to
yet to
watch
see that.
the real.
We need to
Holiday
watch
special.
the real holiday special.
You know,
You should.
me, you, Mikey, go to your apartment and
You
watch
can
it,
come here to my.
and
I call it
then
job. I call it Jabba's Palace.
we can stream it to Tim over like Skype or something.
Yeah.
It might be a little weird, but it'll work.
And they've got Big on here, which is kind of cool. So HBO has not HBO, but Disney Plus has
No,
that. But yeah, we need to have
honestly,
we need to watch
the
the
new
holiday
Aladdin.
special.
The new Aladdin movie is actually pretty good.
I heard it sucked.
It wasn't bad. I liked it, honestly.
Was it not that bad? And you're just saying it wasn't that bad because it wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad either.
No, I liked it.
Is it one of those
Honestly,
situations?
I liked it. The music was great. Will Smith was actually pretty good.
Oh, I will tell you. So we're talking about streaming services. There is a new series on HBO starring Kaylee Cuoco called The Flight Attendant.
Oh, I saw that. Is that out now?
Yes, and it is so freaking good.
Don't ruin it for me.
It kept. You know how I always complain that if it don't catch me in the first couple episodes, that this grabs you immediately.
The Raised by Wolves was pretty good.
No,
I know it didn't hook you, but it hooked me.
But yeah, watch. You gotta watch The Flight Attendant. We'll discuss that in future. Start watching it so we can discuss it. It's already in 5 episodes because they released 2 episodes or 3. They released the first 3 episodes last week or 2 weeks ago, and then last week they did episodes 4 and 5. So check out. I haven't seen episode 5 yet, so check that out though. It's one of the best new shows I've seen, actually. It's really good. So she plays a flight attendant, and there's murder involved, and it's really good though. So
sounds good to me.
It's really good. It's got Rosie Perez in it, I think, and then T.R. Knight. He was in Grey's Anatomy. He's in it. So watch that. That's all I got. That's so of the new stuff. That's what I recommend is watching.
You know what? I thought we were gonna have a pretty quick podcast, and we're pushing 50 minutes. So
good deal. All right. Well,
I have a shower thought for us. Like I just googled shower thoughts.
Okay. Good.
All right. When you realize how common it is in the animal kingdom for females to eat the males after mating, you start to see oral as more of a trust-building ritual than foreplay.
Well, I can't lie with you. I can't disagree with you there. If I disagree with you, I'd be lying. So, that is a great point. This is true. Very, very true.
I was Googling that. That's the reason I saw the ad for Train to Busan. I was like looking for shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts.
And this one came up, and I was like, "Damn, that's a good one."
All right. Well,
if follow us on Twitter, wait, no, we don't have it.
No, we're not on Instagram.
Not yet.
Twitter.
You can follow my personal Instagram if you want. I just post whatever. But no,
I posted
Twitter,
a picture of my bookshelf
Facebook.
Today, so.
I saw that. That was good. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. What's the other one?
TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio. If you want any more, let us know. Comment, like, dislike if you want to dislike it. But let us know
if you want to thumbs down our YouTube page.
But give us constructive criticism. We're always listening. No one ever comments, but if you want, We'll read off your comment in a future episode if you comment. I do know Mark said we crack him up.
Yes,
So,
yeah, we do have a few good comments out there, but it's the thumbs down people we want to hear from.
yeah, tell us what we're doing wrong.
Right.
What can we do better? Is it
Come on
just
the
shut
show.
up and don't talk anymore? I mean, that's not going to happen, but I'll listen to it. I'll just do better.
Right.
Is
But
it that I'm a dumb Star Trek nerd? Maybe, but you know what? Star Trek is better than Star Wars.
Is it that I'm old and hate everything that came out after 2005? Yes.
Come on the show and debate us. We don't care.
Yeah, right. I will tell you that
Oh
Die
my
Hard
gosh.
is the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Random off topic thing.
Okay.
What's the show? Did you listen to the Pat McAfee podcast or radio show this week?
No.
He was talking to what's his name? Hold on.
Did you hear me called out the kid the kid with Down syndrome on TikTok?
Oh, I heard about that. I don't think he knew he had Down syndrome.
Oh, I bet he does. The kid on TikTok's been talking trash about Pat McAfee too. It's hilarious.
My God, who? Okay, so he was interviewing a guy on a show. I can't. He does like a lot of like MMA and fight stuff. I can't think of his name, but he works for ESPN. Give me a second. I'll find it here in a second.
Max Kellerman?
No. So he's hold on. So hold on. Sorry. Hawani. Do you know who Hawani is?
No.
He's like a fight guy on ESPN.
Okay.
Well, he's interviewing Hawani. Him and Hawani are boys. They talk a lot. Booker T calls in to the Pat McAfee show when he's interviewing Hawani, and they go at each other. It was
real.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to check it out.
I'll link it in the group chat.
Okay, cool.
So I had to like look up the YouTube video to actually find it. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'll probably after I post the podcast, I'll probably put it on our Facebook.
We can put it on Facebook and the Twitter feed. Yeah, we'll do that.
There you go.
All right, I'll check it out. All right, so
if you don't know who Hoosier Nerds are,
no, that's not what it is. That's not you don't know. It's regardless of where you are, where you live, where you come from. You gotta know that you can if you're wicked smart or not, and you think that Star Wars is going to be made in Boston and not Boston, England, it doesn't matter because we will set you straight, and you'll never have to wonder who's your nerds.
Gosh.